What is the future of low emissions vehicles? Hydrogen cars can change the world as we know it.
Innovative technology and zero emissions generates power by combining hydrogen with oxygen from the outside air, emitting only water from the tailpipe in the process. Never any charging needed. Just fill up and go.
This vehicle is meant to tell a story, the story of hydrogen. And we really wanted to build the ultimate car that communicated the best parts about the technology.
EVs have lithium batteries, and those batteries produce heat and toxic gases. And recharging the batteries can take a long time, sometimes even more than 6 hours. And after about 100,000 to 200,000 miles, you're going to need to replace those batteries. Replacing the batteries can be expensive, sometimes even up to half the price of the original car.
It took over 6,000 gallons of water to extinguish the flames emitted from this Tesla Model S.
2 electric cars were destroyed after catching fire overnight. Both cars were parked in the driveway of a home. It appears one of the vehicles was plugged up and charging.
I'll tell you, if you're looking at the latest information on EVs, there's a real problem. There aren't enough charging stations. EVs have problems in the wintertime. I think the bottom line is that choice should be made up for the buyers. We should have the choice there, not the government telling us what to buy.
The issue with the electric vehicles is access to the batteries. The batteries are what are causing the enormous amount of heat.
Cars are not laptops. Every auto manufacturer has worked to develop lithium-ion chemistries that are much more abuse tolerant as well as much more durable.
The hydrogen car has an amazing durability. It can go up to 1,000 miles on a single fill. It can be filled up in only 3 to 5 minutes. And the efficiency of the hydrogen fuel cells are amazing.
What's special about this car is extraordinarily lightweight. This vehicle is, under 2,000. Actually, it's close to 2,275 pounds. It's actually below that, and that allows us to have extreme efficiency.
If you imagine 2 hydrogen atoms sort of locking arms together as a molecule, separating, releasing an electron, and then recombining with oxygen to make H2O. So your only byproduct is actually water from a vehicle like this.
And then it has ultracapacitors to basically give you that boost of energy that you need for that 0 to 60.
A fuel cell is an electrochemical device that creates electricity with a reaction of oxygen from the air and a hydrogen fuel.
Tonight I'm proposing $1.2 billion in research funding so that America can lead the world in developing clean, hydrogen-powered automobiles.
It's remarkable because it's emission-free, it doesn't need any petroleum, and the only thing it really emits is water vapor. No pollutants whatsoever, no carbon dioxide.
The more hydrogen you pass through, the higher the power that's going to come out of this engine. And that power will actually move these wheels, and this car will actually go from that hydrogen energy. And it recombines the oxygen on the other side of that cathode to basically create water.
Hydrogen can be made in so many different ways. There's all kinds of ways that you can make hydrogen. It has a lot of really beneficial properties. It can be used as a fuel, it can be used as a feedstock, it can be used for energy storage, and it can be used to decarbonize some sectors that are really challenging to decarbonize and don't have many other options.
During a recent interview, the CEO of Ford, Jim Farley, spoke candidly about the topic of hydrogen cars, aiming to dispel common misconceptions and shed light on Ford's perspective regarding their role in the future of transportation. Farley emphasized that while electric vehicles have gained significant traction and represent a viable solution for reducing greenhouse gas emissions, it is important not to overlook the potential of hydrogen fuel cell vehicles.
Hydrogen is for lightweight, fast refueling, long range, and more importantly, massive energy storage.
One of the primary concerns often associated with EVs is their limited range and the time required for recharging. In this regard, the Ford CEO pointed out that hydrogen fuel cell vehicles offer a notable advantage in terms of both range and refueling speed. Unlike battery-powered EVs that require lengthy charging times, hydrogen cars can be refueled within minutes, offering convenience and reducing the time spent on refueling.
I think there's an exciting future in hydrogen. The great news, it's plentiful. And it also has very little downside in terms of, emissions. The carbon emissions are not a problem, and toxic emissions are not a problem. I think hydrogen can be very exciting. It's clean and it's plentiful. I was a chemical engineer when I studied at Montana State University, and hydrogen, as we know, is plentiful. And I think it could be something for the future.
Hydrogen cars could be the future in the next 20 years.
Because of their extreme efficiency and the fact that they have zero emissions.
Just remember, hydrogen, wow, it is electric. And doesn't have any of these problems that electric vehicles currently have. Most people don't realize that because they've been getting their information from battery companies. Well, we're a hydrogen company, and we're here to set the record straight.